From one great guest to another, our next guest is a stand-up comedian who was a top 5 finalist on Last Comic Standing. Plus, he's made late-night appearances on Colbert, Conan, and more. A lot of his humor comes from parenting and traveling. Look at this.
People feel weird bringing their own food on like normal airlines sometimes. One time I was sitting next to this lady, and halfway through the flight, I swear, she just started eating corn on the cob. Very fast. It was just like... It was like a squirrel who didn't even think about winter at all. I was like, who cares about January? I'll starve.
Audience, give it up for comedian Michael Palascak, everybody. Welcome, my friend.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Right here?
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
For the first time in the 10-year history of our show, there's nothing but Hoosiers up here.
Yeah.
That's right, we're all... I would imagine, and I do know, because I've watched some of your appearances, there's a lot of humor to be mined from the great state of Indiana. Is there not, my friend?
Yes, it's all, there's nothing to do growing up.
So your imagination has to go wild, yeah.
Yep, it's just purely, it brings out your personality because there's nothing, there's nothing there.
And we're all northwestern Indiana.
Yeah.
You're central-ish.
Yeah, more central, like close, we're probably a couple, like near Fort Wayne. Wabash was the town.
Michael, she's southern, far southern Indiana.
I'm basically Kentucky.
I wasn't gonna say it.
They knew. You didn't have to.
We were talking with Lou Diamond about being an author when he was a kid. Is this what you wanted when you were growing up? Is making people laugh in whatever way what you wanted to do?
Yeah, when I was in second grade, one of my friends who was very funny, he said something really funny, and an adult, like a teacher that wasn't even our teacher, was like, "Oh, you're gonna be a comedian," and I was in my head, I was like, "No, I'm gonna be a comedian." And, it took like 20 years after that, but I had other adults laugh at me.
Your new special, He's Friendly. Great. Okay, that's a damn good title.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I have a joke about being in the park and people just letting their dogs go, and then just being like, "He's friendly." It's like, well, yeah, like no one's unleashing their dog in the park, being like, "Not friendly." Good luck. He likes exercise more than I value your health.
Oh God, I was thinking about this with when you came out. What was it like? I always love this situation. Your debut, correct me if I'm wrong, your late night was with Jay on the Tonight Show.
Yes.
So the Tonight Show, the curtain, the whole thing. What was that like as a comedian?
Well, not only was it Jay, the guests were Jane Lynch and Steve Carell. So it was like all the people that I had watched, as becoming a comedian, and then I was out there, and Steve, who I can call him Steve, he was like, because afterwards you get to meet him, and he was like, "Where are you from?" And I was like, "Wabash, it's near Chicago. I know you went to college in Ohio." I was like, "Oh, okay." And that was the end of the conversation. That was the end of the conversation.
That was it?
That was it.
Oh God, did you walk away going, what was that?
Well, he was so nice. I could see the kindness in his eyes. Like, I think if we meet again at some point, he'll be like, "You were the kid," and I was like, "No, I'm not the kid anymore."
No.
I said it in your intro. A lot of your comedy comes from family and traveling. I have it on the card here, and before we run out of time, I want to get to this family trip to the world of Peppa Pig.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
Peppa Pig's huge.
Oh yeah.
It's huge?
Oh yeah, we like
I don't
Peppa.
have kids. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're not missing anything.
No.
Peppa's like Seinfeld, but like for kids. It's like a day in the life. Like there's like a wacky cousin. Like it's all there. Like there's an episode that's really good if you're looking for one to start on.
Yeah.
Where Peppa's learning how to whistle, and everyone in her family can whistle, and she's so sad. So she calls her friend, and she's like, "Can you whistle?" And her friend's like, "What's whistling?" And Peppa's face has so much joy that her friend doesn't. And then her friend says it like this, and she's like, and Peppa's so angry. She's like, she doesn't even know what whistling is, and she knows how to do it. And that's when I was hooked. I was like, this is the show.
Do you watch it, Fallon?
Yes, and I will say I prefer Bluey to Peppa.
Yeah.
Because Peppa's a little whiny, and your kids pick up on that. And I'm like, why are you calling a shopping cart a trolley? You're not British.
My son had a British accent for the first year of speaking.
Thanks to Bluey?
Peppa, yeah.
Because, Peppa.
Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, please come back. You're
thanks.
at Acme, which is one of the best. I love Acme.
best.
It's one of the best venues. Give it up for Michael, everybody.
Thank
If you're
you.
watching us again locally,
Thank
Michael's performing at Acme Comedy Company in Minneapolis this weekend. If you're watching us from around the country, boom, go to that website and find a date and location near you. Back after this. Thank you, Michael. What a pleasure. Thank you for doing this. Yeah, Michigan City, Indiana.